In the summer of 2020, homicides rose and shootings spiked across 9 major American cities, straining local resources as agencies struggled to keep pace with the surge. To assist them, the Department of Justice launched Operation Legend, an initiative named in memory of Legend Taliaferro, a 4-year-old victim of the violence in Kansas City. Hundreds of federal agents deployed into these local jurisdictions. The strength of the operation came from a technological advantage those agents brought with them: direct access to the National Crime Information Center, or NCIC. NCIC operates as the foundational storage layer of the American justice system. It is a 24/7 national database holding decades of criminal histories, outstanding warrants, and missing persons reports. This chart compares the total volume of the national database against one specific subset: the 700,000 active targets tied directly to investigations by the U.S. Marshal Service. A static database, however, only holds records of past events. To track down a suspect during an active crime wave, investigators must connect those historical files to live, state-level activity. That connection happens through the secondary tier, netlets. Netlets is an interstate network that functions as the routing layer for law enforcement. It pipes local data directly into the federal view. Driver records, vehicle registrations, probation statuses, and state-level warrants flow continuously through this network. When a deputy queries a name, alias, or license plate, these two systems combine their outputs to return a composite mosaic of a subject's history. Yet a core limitation remains. NCIC and netlets tell investigators who a person is and what laws they broke in the past. They do not identify where that fugitive is sleeping tonight. Finding them requires an advanced compute and analytics layer. The Marshals rely on the Technical Operations Group, or TOG, a specialized unit operating out of 29 field offices. TOG's primary function is data fusion. Analysts take the static records from the legacy databases and merge them with raw, real-time environmental telemetry. First, they ingest cellular network records. This includes call logs as well as sector data and timing advances, which measure the time it takes for a phone signal to reach a specific cell tower. This map illustrates how overlapping cell tower sectors work. By calculating signal timing, analysts triangulate a target over an area. This reveals distinct patterns of life, like predictable sleep cycles and daily transit routes. The second major pillar of telemetry comes from license plate reader, or LPR networks. These cameras capture millions of plates passing by on the street every day. When an active NCIC wanted flag interacts with an LPR hit, the system transforms a passive street camera capture into an active tactical alert. Raw environmental noise, like phone pings and traffic photos, are practically useless until they are cross-referenced against foundational database records to reveal movement corridors. The final input comes from commercial datasets. Analysts pull utility records, address histories, and the public digital footprints targets leaves behind. This link analysis graph shows data fusion in action. TOG synthesizes records with raw telemetry, branching from a central fugitive node to map associates in safe houses. Every new phone ping or camera hit feeds the system, collapsing these nodes inward. This relational convergence shrinks the search area. By filtering out the noise of a sprawling city, analysts narrow the search down to a single targeted address. The tactical output of this operation was immense. Across the 9 target cities, investigators made over 6,000 arrests, capturing more than 460 homicide suspects. Investigators also seized over 2,600 firearms and recovered more than $11 million in illicit assets. But this architecture carries an inherent vulnerability. A highly centralized tracking network inevitably becomes a target for adversaries. In 2023, the dedicated TOG network suffered a major cyber attack that temporarily disrupted its operations. The system's architecture, however, was built for resilience, designed to restore critical tracking capabilities within a matter of days despite the breach. Operation Legend demonstrated that modern fugitive apprehension is an exercise in data processing. Success now relies on the analysis of information in motion, turning millions of digital records into specific tactical leads.